Now let's talk a little bit about the MetaPWR Assist. Now the MetaPWR Assist is going to be giving our body a little boost and a little handout, like a little helping friend, to make sure that our blood sugar levels are not spiking after our larger meals during the day. Research is showing that when our blood sugars are constantly spiking up and down, that is where a lot of the stress is happening on our physical body and where a lot of our aging is actually happening in our body. Okay, so I like this analogy that I heard from somebody else. I cannot take credit for it. But the analogy was this. Imagine that you're driving your car down the road at 70 miles an hour and that there's something in front of you all of a sudden that makes you slam on your brakes, okay? And when you slam on your brakes, maybe if you do it once, it's not going to do a lot of damage to your car, but imagine you doing that to your car 2 to 3 times a day. What would happen after a while, right? It would do a lot of wear and tear on your car, on the brakes, on the tires, on everything else in between. That is what happens every time we eat a meal that spikes our blood sugars. It's putting our body in a constant stop and start motion. That's why sometimes when you're eating those larger meals like Thanksgiving dinner, or if you eat a meal that has a lot of pasta, or maybe you eat out at a restaurant, some of it might be from overeating that you get that sluggish, icky feeling afterwards, but most likely it's because your blood sugars are spiking and your glucose levels are increasing. Now, a lot of us think of this happening only when maybe we have been told by a doctor or a healthcare professional that we have elevated blood sugar levels. But the reality is this is happening to all of us. And so the MetaPWR Assist is designed to give our body a little bit of help with those heavier meals. Now, this does not take the place of creating some healthy habits around your sugar intake, excessive carb intake. Now, remember, our body needs carbohydrates. It's our body's source of fuel. There is nothing bad about carbohydrates, but in excess, when we're not moving as much, when we have a more sedentary lifestyle, they are causing a lot of damage to our body. So we want to change some of our eating habits maybe, but also we can incorporate the MetaPWR Assist into our daily lives to really help with our body and not having those continuous glucose spikes. Okay. So how are we going to take this one? This is what you've all been waiting for, right? So how we're going to take this one is we're going to take this one 20 to 30 minutes before our larger meals that we're eating throughout the day. Okay. So for some of us, that's going to be all 3 meals per day. That's going to be our breakfast, our lunch, and our dinner, right? For others of us, maybe at breakfast, we've just worked out, our blood sugars are already low, and we need those carbohydrates to refuel us. It's okay if we have a little spike. We don't need those with our breakfast, right? But maybe for lunch and dinner, we do. So this one is totally going to be about you listening to your body and figuring out what works best for you. So for myself, I've been playing around with this for the last couple of weeks, and I'm finding that I do really well about 20 minutes ahead of my meals that are going to have a little bit more carbohydrates. I couldn't believe it. I went to a restaurant a couple of weeks ago. I had pasta for lunch. I had the fresh bread. It was amazing. It was so yummy and delicious. And I took one of these in the car on the way there, and I did not have that blood sugar crash or that elevation and then crash afterwards where I was feeling super full and tired. I felt normalized and stabilized throughout the day. So this one, again, is meant to take 20 to 30 minutes, put it in your water or take it with your water and take it before you're going to eat your more carb heavy meals. Okay. What I've been doing is I take one with my water and then I start to prepare my lunch. So right now I just got done. I'm ready to have my lunch, which is this beautiful salad. I've got brown rice on it and a bed of greens and with lots of veggies and some eggs and some protein and some greens. I'm also going to be having some fruit afterwards and some crackers and things like that. And so I'm going to be taking this because between the vegetables and the rice and everything else, I would consider that a little bit more of a carb heavy meal. So I'm going to be I took the assist while I prepared my salad. I do that the same thing in the evenings when I'm getting ready for dinner, I will start to take that ahead of time. So again, listen to your body with this one and pay attention. And if you're already doing a super low carb lifestyle, you may not need to do this. This is why it's really important to reach out to myself or the person that's helping you with your MetaPWR system and teaching you how to use it for your individual unique needs. And remember, this does not replace a healthy lifestyle. This is also inviting you to incorporate a few more fruits and vegetables, some high quality proteins into your diet, some really good dense carbohydrates like rice and quinoa and sprouted breads, and to really get your health and take your health up a notch. And I know you're going to love it just as much as I have. So hopefully this video has helped you. If you have any other questions, again, reach out to myself, reach out to the person that's helping you get started with MetaPWR. And if you're brand new to the system, make sure you reach out so we can help you get these tools in your home.